Welcome to Damn Good Movie Memories with your host, Brian Davis. This podcast is the cure for your long commute and super boring workday. Hey there, it's Brian Davis, and for this week's episode, we're going to cover the movie You Can't Take It With You from 1938. The studio was Columbia Pictures, release date was September 29th, 1938. The running time, 126 minutes, and was in black and white. Leonard Maltin from his classic movie guide gives it 3.5 out of 4 stars. He writes George Kaufman and Moss Hart's Pulitzer Prize-winning play about an eccentric but blissfully happy household that becomes prime Capricorn, but not quite as compelling to date as Mr. Deeds Goes to Town or Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, but still highly entertaining. I actually totally disagree with Maltin about this film not being as compelling as the other two films, and I'll explain later. And that's not a knock on Mr. Deeds or Mr. Smith. Those are amazing films as well, but so is You Can't Take It With You. And by the way, if you didn't know, the term Capricorn was somewhat of a condescending way the critics labeled Frank Capra's upbeat films of the 1930s and 40s. All right, let's get into the making of the film. So this was the first pairing of James Stewart and Frank Capra. The duo would go on to make 2 more films together, the aforementioned Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and It's a Wonderful Life. When Capra saw James Stewart portray a quote-unquote a sensitive, heart-grabbing role in MGM's Navy Blue and Gold, this is why he wanted him to play Tony Kirby, and You Can't Take It With You. Stewart at the time wasn't the star that he would soon be, though we did cover one of his early films on episode 381, that was Vivacious Lady with Ginger Rogers. As a matter of fact, Stewart was third billed on You Can't Take It With You. Jean Arthur and Lionel Barrymore were bigger stars at the time. Arthur had had success with films like The Whole Town's Talking with Edward G. Robinson, Mr. Deeds Goes to Town with Gary Cooper, The Ex-Mrs. Bradford with William Powell, The Plainsman with Gary Cooper, and Easy Living with Ray Milland. Arthur at the time was in a contract dispute with Jack Warner, so Capra tried to hire Olivia de Havilland for the lead female role. However, Capra ended up negotiating with Warner and solved Arthur's contract dispute, and Warner Brothers lent out Arthur for the film. Of course, Lionel Barrymore and the Barrymore name was an institution since the beginning of film, along with his brother John. Of course, modern fans now know of the Barrymore name being synonymous with his niece Drew Barrymore. Lionel Barrymore and Stewart would famously be less friendly in a film almost a decade later, directed by Capra, as they were adversaries in It's a Wonderful Life, just on screen. Barrymore played the despicable Mr. Potter. Now, the film prior to You Can't Take It With You for Frank Capra was the terrific Lost Horizon, which we covered on episode 484. Now, prior to that, Capra hit it big with It Happened One Night from 1934, which starred Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert, and then he had another hit with Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. Now, Columbia paid $200,000 for the rights of this play to adapt it into a film. All right, let's get into the film. So we meet a successful banker named Anthony Kirby, that's Edward Arnold, and he goes by the nickname of AP and lives in New York City with his office near Wall Street. AP has returned from Washington, D.C., working on a munitions deal. He arrives for a meeting where we also meet his son Tony, played by James Stewart. Tony is the vice president of the company.
Hello, AP. You're looking well, sir.
How's the trip? Good morning. I'm glad to get home. Hello, Tony. How are you?
Good.
How's your mother?
She's fine.
Oh, that's good. Nearly sent for you. I thought you might like the White House.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't.
How do you like being a vice president?
Painless so far.
He still talks as if he were having a tooth yanked.
What happened in Washington?
Yes, what'd you find out?
AP, how do we stand?
Get me some bicarbonate of soda.
Yes. How do we stand, AP?
Well, gentlemen, there'll be no interference from the powers that be. There won't?
That's marvelous.
Are you sure?
What about the senator with the antitrust complex?
I said there'd be no interference. We're going ahead exactly as we planned. It'll be the largest individual monopoly in the world, gentlemen, if we're smart. Particularly now that Ramsey is lined up.
Ramsey, too?
That's impossible.
No, the administration would never stand for
Why,
it.
we'd control every type of war material.
That's exactly it, gentlemen. With the world going crazy, the next big move is munitions, and Kirby and Company are going to cash in on it.
It's unbelievable.
Why, a war wouldn't be possible anywhere without us.
AP, if I know Ramsey, he'll never let himself be absorbed by anybody.
Oh, he won't, eh?
No.
Well, we'll see if he will when I hand him a little surprise. I own every inch of the 12 blocks that completely surround the Ramsey factories.
No. News to us.
Well, we certainly didn't know anything about that.
So how is he going to fulfill his contracts without us? Now, you'd better get busy. Complete all your negotiations with the others. I'll handle Ramsey myself.
We'll hop right to it.
Right on.
I have a meeting with my nitrate group this afternoon.
Oh, good. 10,000 a year for doctors, and I'm still taking this stuff. Well, son, what do you think about it?
Oh, don't ask me. You know my cockeyed sense of that is.
Oh, get me that sour-faced real estate agent on the phone. What's his name?
Blakely.
Yeah, private line.
Dad, how do you feel?
Oh, rotten. It's my stomach.
Yep, I thought so.
These trips to Washington are getting me jittery. Well, it's the last one. From now on, they come to me. Say, Tony, do you realize there won't be a bullet, gun, or cannon made in this country without us?
Dad, don't tell me you've forgotten the slingshot market.
Mr. Blakely on the phone.
Hello, Blakely, this is AP. How's it going? You what? What trouble?
Now, wait a minute. Don't bite my head off. I've got all 12 blocks. Everything. With the exception of one little lot, and I can't get the man to sell.
Those 12 blocks are absolutely useless to me unless I get every inch of them.
But I'm up against some kind of an old crank. His house isn't worth over $25,000. I've already offered him $50, but he's standing pat.
If you can't get it with money, there's certainly other ways of getting it. Now, that's up to you. And remember this, Blakely. Unless you buy up the whole 12 blocks, you won't get a penny commission.
That man's got ice water in his veins.
Well, the description fits only one man.
I simply got to get a hold of that property, Bill.
You can't force a man to sell his home, John.
I've got to. I'll make him sell if I have to drive him out with stink bombs. Listen, a fortune's been invested in those 12 blocks. And behind us, one of the most powerful men in the country. And a silly old man with that silly little house is holding up the whole business. Now, how do you like that?
Excuse me, John, but I think it's great.
What did he say when you offered him the $50,000 for his place?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think someone began singing, someone else danced, and Grandpa Vanderhoff sat down and played a mouth organ.
Played a mouth organ? What are they, a bunch of nuts?
Fascinating ones.
Oh, it's the old army game.
Oh, I doubt it. He's not interested in money.
Mr. Vanderhoff is here.
Have him come in right away.
Well, how did you get him to come here?
Not interested in money, eh? Oh, Miss Jones, just a minute. Don't send him in yet. Have him wait a while. Let him cool his heels.
Yes, sir.
In preparation for the munitions deal, AP needs a block of land to build a new factory on. However, one particular location of land is still a holdout because of one owner that won't sell his house. That's owned by Martin Vanderhoff, played by Lionel Barrymore. Martin is waiting at the real estate office and befriends an accountant named Poppins, played by Donald Meek. Martin is a people person and has a natural likability, and his enthusiasm is just infectious to most people.
What are you doing? What? Oh, my goodness, I made a mistake. First time in 20 years.
That calls for the building to collapse, I suppose.
Huh?
Have some.
Oh, no, thank you. No, spoil my appetite.
Now, what are you doing that for?
I have to add up these figures to see if they're right.
Why?
Why? Because they have to check against these figures.
Do you like this?
Like it?
This work you're doing?
Oh, no, my goodness, no. Land sakes, what am I saying?
Why do you do it?
Look, they're very strict in this office, and
Tell me, isn't there something else you'd rather be doing than this?
No.
Oh, go along with you. I don't believe a word you're saying. Go on, tell me, what would you rather be doing than this?
I make up things.
Poetry?
No, just the things.
Go on, let me see some of them.
Say, that's kind of cute. It is, isn't it? I made it up myself. Yeah, I have a lot of other ideas just like it.
So, what do you mean, fooling around with those dull figures? It seems to me, Mr. Poppins. Yes, it seems to me, Mr. Poppins, that this is the kind of work you ought to be doing.
Someday I'm going to do nothing else. Someday, when my ship comes in.
How'd you like to come over to our house and work on your gadgets?
Over to your house? Well, I don't know, thank you.
Oh, you'd love it. Everybody over at our place does just what he wants to do.
Really? That must be wonderful. But how would I live?
Same way we do.
The same way?
Well, who takes care of you? The same one that takes care of the lilies of the field, Mr. Poppins. Except that we toil a little, and spin a little, have a barrel of fun. If you want to, come on over and become a lily, too.
A lily? Me, a lily of the field?
What's that?
Oh, just a little something Mr. Poppins whipped up.
Why, Mr. Poppins.
Hey, Ethel, come here. Take a look at this. Alice.
Oh,
George.
isn't that the
John,
cutest
did you do that? Well, how
Isn't it cunning? Aren't you
Where is Miss Jones?
What's going on here? Well, welcome, Mr. Vanderhoff. Come right into my office.
No, thanks, Mr. Blakely. I was just going.
Going?
Hello, Mr. Hughes.
How do you do? Well, what's happened? You were all right last time I saw you.
One of my granddaughters dared me to slide down the banister.
Oh, too bad. Is it serious?
Yeah, just a sprain or something. The thing I like most about it are the crutches. I've been wanting to walk on them ever since I was a kid. Haven't you?
Oh, yes. Must be a lot of fun. Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, I believe we understand each other. Now, I'm ready to do business.
Hey, that's a bad twitch in your eye. You've been working too hard. You ought to take a vacation.
Well, if it's all the same to you, Mr. Vanderhoff, let's quit playing games. I'm a very busy man.
A couple of weeks fishing will fix up that twitch, Mr. Blakely. Well, I got to go to the graduation exercises over at the university.
Look, I have a check here for $100,000. Now, if you're
Have you
interested,
been to one lately?
No.
They're a truckload of fun. You ought to hear the speeches. Well, I better be going. I'll be late. Look out for that twitch, Mr. Blakely. Coming, Poppins?
I'd like to, but I don't think I know. I had better not. Yes, sir.
This is all your fault. You and your toys.
Oh! You. Wait a minute, please.
If you leave, Poppins, you needn't come back.
Wait. The die is cast. I'm a lily.
Have some popcorn.
Poppins finally decided to take a leap of faith and pursue his dream of being a toy maker after years of toiling away at a miserable job that did not fulfill his passions. We then go to Grandpa Martin's home. That's the name he's affectionately called. A number of people live in this spacious home working on their own passion projects, including his granddaughter Essie, played by Ann Miller. She's an aspiring dancer, but she actually sells candy to make a living. Essie's father, Paul, played by Samuel Hines, manufactures fireworks with another resident named Depina, played by Halliwell Hobbs. Paul is married to Penny, played by Spring Bingington. She's Martin's daughter and an aspiring playwright. Her daughter Essie is married to Ed, played by Dub Taylor. Ed is an aspiring musician, but a printer by trade. The live-in housekeeper is Reba, played by Lillian Yarbo, and her is Donald, played by the great Eddie Anderson, who is best known as playing Rochester on The Jack Benny Show. Martin takes Poppins home with him, and Poppins is a bit overwhelmed by all the people, as you can imagine, especially with the variety of explosions coming from the basement due to the testing of the new fireworks. However, he settles in after a while. Martin's oldest granddaughter is Alice, played by Jean Arthur, and she's currently working at a bank as a stenographer, and she's in love with, you guessed it, Tony Kirby. Neither Alice nor Tony realize the mess their fathers are in. The longtime locals who live near Grandpa Martin are worried about A.P. Kirby's plan to buy up their properties.
There he is. That's him, the man with the crutches. You gotta get something on him.
What do you want us to do with him?
I don't care what you do with him, just so you make him sell that property, that's all.
Oh, Grandpa, how's the foot? Hello, Mac. Oh, fine, thanks. Fine. Say, what's the meeting over at Jensen's Bakery?
Yeah, they're all excited about having to move out or something.
Move out?
Yep, that's what I heard. Coming over to see you now, I guess.
Did you hear about it, Grandpa? We maybe all have to move.
Who said so?
Well, make it just...
Well, everybody around here's talking about it. Somebody's buying up everything.
I
around
hear
here.
they're trying to buy it up for a big factory or something.
My landlord told me he wouldn't have sold, only they offered him so much money.
Nobody wants to move, Grandpa. You know that.
I mean, you just put out some new shelves, cost $60.
I've been here for 20 years,
I think we ought
Grandpa.
to see somebody
Now,
about it.
wait a minute. Don't get excited. We've all been neighbors for a long time. I know that. But if they're buying this property up for a factory, they'll need every foot of ground, won't they?
I guess so.
Well, now, suppose I won't sell them my place. What are they going to do? That's right. You own your place. Sure I do.
And they're going to need it, too, won't they?
You bet they will. And it'll take more than money to make me sell my property. Go on, get back to work and stop cluttering up the street. We'll all be arrested. Well, you should never listen to them.
Martin just has a way about him that brings peace of mind to everyone he comes in contact with. He kind of lives by the old adage that things always work out in the end, as it should. In the meantime, Poppins is fitting in nicely with his new roommates as they invent things in the basement in a collaborative way. Alice arrives home in a great mood, excited to tell everyone and her grandfather about Tony.
Well, there's a lot of fuss being made about a young man taking you out to dinner. What's so exciting about that?
A proposal is exciting.
Proposal? Oh, well, that's something very different. Good. Move over there. Give me some room. Stop messing with that package. Now, let's get down to cases. In love, huh?
Well,
my foot. Either you are or you aren't. Let me look at your eye. Oh, yes, of course. Now, come on, tell me all about it. What kind of a boy is he? Do you have fun together? Uh-huh. Well, that's no answer to any question. Is he nice? Can't even talk about him, can you?
Not rationally.
Well, who's asking you to be rational? Listen. When I was courting your grandmother, it took me 2 years to propose. You know why? The moment she'd walk into a room, my knees would buckle. The blood would rush up into my head, and the wall would start to dance. Twice I keeled over in a dead faint.
My Grandpa.
Yeah. She finally dragged it out of me when I was in bed with 104 fever and in a state of hysteria. The moment she accepted, the fever went down to normal, and I hopped out of bed. The case was written up in all the medical journals as a phenomenon of the times. Well, there's nothing phenomenal about it. I just had it bad, that's all. I never got over it. No, sir. Right up to the very last. She couldn't walk into a room without my heart going thump, thump.
Oh, you darling. Oh, I wish I'd known her. What was she like?
Look in there. This was her room, too. Did you ever notice a peculiar fragrance in here?
Yes, but I never knew what it was.
It's hers. It's never left here. She hasn't either. I can still hear the tinkle of her thin little voice and see her eyes laughing. That's the reason I've lived in this house so many years. Could never move out. Be like moving out on Grandma. You go on back to that infernal package of you.
Now, wait just a minute. It's for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Why, bless my soul, it's a new harmonica.
That's for your birthday.
My birthday? Well, how do you know when my birthday is? I don't even know myself.
Anytime I get an impulse to buy you a present, that's your birthday.
Well, thanks, darling.
Grandpa. Oh, Grandpa, I hope you like him.
Anybody you fall in love with's all right with me, Alice. You know that.
Thanks, Grandpa.
So, incidentally, what's his name?
Tony Kirby.
Not the son of the Kirby.
Yes.
Pretty snooty outfit, aren't they?
Yes, but it's all right. Tony told his mother all about it, and... Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm so happy. I can't think about anything.
Well, you go right on being happy. I think I'll go downstairs and take a whack at this.
That night, everyone in the house eagerly awaits their introduction to Tony, even though there was a funny false start. When an IRS agent named Henderson, played by Charles Lane, who was a great character actor, he arrives prior to Tony. Tony arrives shortly after Henderson.
How do you do, Mr. Kirby? Come right in.
Thank you.
We've been expecting you. You are Mr. Kirby, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Well, thank heaven. Here he is. This is really Mr. Kirby. This is Alice's father, her grandfather, Sister Essie, Essie's husband.
Won't you sit down, Mr. Kirby?
Yes.
Mother? Is that Mr. Kirby, Mother?
Yes, dear, and he's lovely.
Oh, I'll be right down.
She'll be right down.
Well, thank you very much.
Well...
Did you ever play football?
A little, yeah.
Gosh, you're awful young to be a vice president.
I know. Well, you know what that means. Vice president. All I have is just an office with my name on the door.
Oh. Is that all?
Well, I have a secretary. Very lovely secretary, too.
Oh, isn't that sweet, Ed?
How about salary? Don't you get any salary?
Little. More than I'm worth, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I suppose you're ready to settle down and get married now.
Oh, come now, Penny. I'm sure Mr. Kirby knows his own mind.
Oh, you mustn't rush him, Mother.
Well, what I meant was he's bound to get married and suppose the wrong girl gets him.
Mr. Vanderhoff, I've got to be going.
Oh, too bad. I'm sorry you can't stay to dinner. Drop in again.
If you don't mind, I'd like to settle my business before I go.
He's selling something for the government.
Well, what can I do for you?
Mr. Vanderhoff, our records show that you've never paid an income tax.
That's right.
Why not?
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it?
Mr. Sycamore, I can't get these things to go off. Look.
Not now, Mr. DePinner.
No, not now, Mr. DePinner. Grandpa's busy.
This is Mr. Kirby, Mr. DePinner.
How do you do, sir?
Oh, Mr. Kirby, of course. Didn't I read something about your father? He was indicted or something, wasn't he?
Oh, no. He just testified before the Securities Commission.
Oh, I thought the cops had got him.
No, come along, Mr. DePinner. Come on, Will.
Now, see here, Mr. Vanderhoff. Whether you believe it or not, you owe the government 22 years back income taxes.
Hey, wait a minute, mister. That's too far back. That's outlawed, ain't it?
What's your name?
What difference does that make?
Did you ever file an income tax return?
No, sir.
What was your income last year?
Well, I don't know, about $85, wasn't it, Essie?
I don't know.
No. Well...
Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, that's a very serious thing, not filing an income tax return.
Well, now, suppose I do pay you this money. Mind you, I don't say that I'm going to, but just for the sake of argument. What's the government going to do with it?
What do you mean?
Well, what do I get for my money? For instance, if I go into a department store and buy something, why, there it is. I can see it. Well, what are they going to give me?
Well, the government gives you everything. It protects you.
From what?
Well, invasion. How do you think the government's going to keep up the Army and Navy with all those battleships?
Battleships? Last time we used battleships was in the Spanish-American War. And what did we get out of that? Cuba. And we gave that back. Well, I wouldn't mind paying for something sensible.
Something sensible? What about Congress and the Supreme Court and the President? We got to pay them, don't we?
Not with my money. No, sir.
Now, wait a minute. I didn't come here to argue.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Tony. Is everybody acquainted with everybody?
Oh, yes, indeed. We've had a most delightful talk about love and marriage.
I'm sorry I tried to hurry.
No, come on. Look, Mr. Vanderhoff, all I know is you haven't paid an income tax, and you've got to pay it.
What was that?
I said you've got to pay it.
You've got to show me.
We don't have to show you. I just told you. Who's going to pay for all those buildings down in Washington and interstate commerce and the Constitution?
The Constitution's been paid for years ago. And as for interstate commerce, what is interstate commerce anyway?
There are 48 states, see? And if it weren't for interstate commerce, nothing could go from one state to another, see?
Well, why not? Have they got fences?
No, they haven't got fences. They've got laws. Holy smokes, I never ran across anything like this before.
Well, I might pay you about $75. It isn't worth a cent more.
You pay every cent just like anybody else. Now listen to me. You'll go to jail if you don't pay. Do you hear that? That's law. And if you think you're bigger than the law, you got another thing coming. You're just the same as anybody else. And the sooner you get that through your head, the better. Holy smokes!
My father makes fireworks in the cellar.
Oh. How'd that sound to you?
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Well, I guess we better be going, Tony.
Hey, he was pretty mad, wasn't he?
Yeah, it certainly was. That might get you into an awful lot of trouble, Mr. Vanderhoff.
No, not me. I was only having fun with him. I don't owe the government a cent.
Well, we're going. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Kalinka.
Alisочка, какая красота. You know, never have I seen you look more magnificent.
Thank you. Mr. Kirby, this is Mr. Kalenko, Essie's dancing teacher.
How do you do, sir?
I do not know you, but you are a very lucky man.
Thank you.
I practiced today, Mr. Klinkoff.
Ah, my Pavlova. Grandpa, I am in time for dinner, no?
You're in time for dinner? Yes.
Well, pardon us, Mr. Kalenko. We're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet.
The Monte Carlo Ballet? It stinks.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
The Monte Carlo Ballet.
Dinner's ready.
That last scene was absolutely priceless, with Martin playing the IRS agent like a fiddle. When Henderson said, well, you have to pay for protection, well, that sounds awfully similar to when the mob asked for protection payment back in the day. The fact is, Martin likely has never earned enough money to qualify to pay taxes, and he knows this. The IRS agent was likely sent by A.P. Kirby in an attempt to scare Martin, but to no avail. And frankly, all U.S. citizens should have an accounting of where their taxes go. But of course, as Henderson indignantly stated, the government never has to show where your tax money goes. How convenient, right? But I digress. On the ride to the ballet, Tony and Alice discuss her family and their dynamic.
I was just thinking about that family of yours. Living with them must be like living in a world that Walt Disney might have thought of. So everybody does just as he pleases, doesn't he?
Yes. Grandpa started it. He just suddenly left business one day. He'd start up in the elevator, turned around, came right down again, never went back. He could have been a rich man, but said he wasn't having any fun.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Then he started collecting stamps, because that's what he liked best. You know, he gets paid just to appraise collections. He's an expert.
Marvelous.
My dad, he makes fireworks because he never grew up, I guess. And Mother, do you know why Mother writes plays?
Oh, probably likes literature and good books and so.
No, because 8 years ago, a typewriter was delivered to the house by mistake.
Oh, no. If it'd been a plow, she'd taken up farming, huh?
I'm sure of it if she'd liked it. You know, this is just making conversation, but weren't we supposed to go to the ballet?
Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah, second seat open, miss.
I can talk and I can listen, or I can just sit. What'll you have?
Well, I think I'd like to have this.
Well, Mr. Moody, what are you thinking about?
Me? That family of yours, boy, they knocked me for a loop. I don't know, it just seems like in their own way they found what everybody's looking for. Well, people spend their whole lives building castles in the air and then nothing ever comes of it. Why that is? Well, it takes courage. Everybody's afraid to live, you know.
You ought to hear Grandpa on that subject. You know, he says most people nowadays are run by fear. Fear of what they eat, fear of what they drink, fear of their jobs, their future, fear of their health. They're scared to save money and scared to spend it. You know what his pet version is? The people that commercialize on fear. You know, they scare you to death so they can sell you something you don't need.
Yeah, I agree with him.
So he kind of taught all of us not to be afraid of anything and to do what we want to do. Well, it's kind of fun anyway.
Yeah, well, that's it. But that takes courage, especially that do what you want to do department. I remember in college, another guy and I had an idea to... Mind if I talk about myself?
If you don't, I will.
Well, this guy and I had this idea. We wanted to find out what made the grass grow green. Now, that sounds silly and everything, but it's the biggest research problem in the world today, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a tiny little engine in the green of this grass and in the green of the trees that has the mysterious gift of being able to take energy from the rays of the sun and store it up. You see, that's how the heat and power in coal and oil and wood is stored up. Well, we thought if we could find the secret of all those millions of little engines in this green stuff, we can make big ones. And then we could take all the power we could ever need right from the sun's rays, you see?
Well, that's wonderful. I never knew that.
Yeah. Well, we worked on it and worked, and day and night we got so excited we forgot to sleep. If we'd make just one little discovery, why, we'd walk on air for days.
Yeah. And what?
Well, then we left school. Now he's selling automobiles, and I'm in some strange thing called banking. I saw him a couple weeks ago. Poor guy. Bob Smith, his name. Got all excited again. Wanted to talk about nothing else.
And?
Well, he's married. Wife just had a baby. Didn't think it was fair to gamble with the future. Anyway, that's his excuse for lack of courage. Yeah, don't say it. What's my excuse? Well, the Kirbys have been bankers for 9,000 years or something. That line just can't be broken, and that's been pounded into my head until I have softening of the brain. That's my excuse.
Tony, that's kind of silly. You're pretty young to... Besides, I resent what you said about your brain. I think it's beautiful.
You do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing you noticed about me that you liked, my colossal brain. Huh?
Well, no. Now it was the back of your head.
Back of my head?
Yes.
Nothing but a big bump back there. Well, what happened when I turned around?
Well, I figured I'd just have to get used to that.
Oh, you figured.
I figured it might not take very long, but I figured I'd just...
But you just figured you'd get used to it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you figured.
Tony and Alice are interrupted in the park by a group of kids that charge 10 cents for some musical entertainment, which is a fun little scene. After being chased away by a cop walking the beat, Tony and Alice go to a restaurant and run into Tony's father and a group of stuffy blue bloods. After an awkward greeting at their table, Tony and Alice get their own private table.
Boy, there'll be some questions asked about my family and their tree. I can just feel it.
Good. I know all the answers.
You know, if we're honest now, we're going to save ourselves a lot of embarrassment later. Tony, I want you to invite them to my house.
Oh, so that's what's been on your mind, huh?
Give them an opportunity to meet everybody, and then they'll know us.
All right. Oh, I think I can arrange that. Let's say now, I can Put each member of your family in a separate cage, and then put tags on them, and the Kirby's can parade up and down like this.
Tony.
Well, do you think I'm going to put you on exhibition like a circus?
I don't mind.
Well, I do. I'm just not going to bother.
We've got to. To them, I'll always be just a stenographer Look at your mother. She's still staring at me.
Well, who wouldn't stare at you?
Tony, promise you'll do it.
You know, every time I think how lucky I am, I feel like screaming.
Tony, please promise you'll invite them.
Oh, I feel a scream coming on right now.
You know, we'll have to face it sooner or
Yeah,
later.
it's starting right down in my toes. Sort of a tingling sensation.
Now, look, we can invite them for
coming up
breakfast.
around my knees. My legs are traveling faster and
Tony,
faster and faster.
You're not really going to
It's in
scream.
my stomach right now. I'm afraid it's got me, Alice.
Not with your
Now
mother
it's going
here,
up
Tony.
and up and up and up. It's all over my body now. Here.
No.
Join my throat now. What I can do is fighting to get out. I can't hold it any longer. Here it goes. What happened? What happened? What happened? Well, a mouse went right past there.
A mouse in this place?
A mouse? What do you mean a mouse? It was a rat that long with hair on it.
A rat with hair on it?
Yeah, about 6 of them. Weren't there 6 or 7 of them?
Where?
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 Where? Where? Right under that table. There they go!
Oh, Mr. Kirby, I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry.
Yes, Henry. Buy yourself some mouse traps.
Thank you.
Great diversion by Tony. Unfortunately, Tony's mother is less than pleased about a potential marriage to a commoner like Alice.
Are you ready, Anthony?
Are you serious about taking me on this slumming tour?
The more we fight him, the more he'll resist. It's the only thing to do. Pretend at least that we're willing to be reasonable. She's probably from some dull middle-class family. As soon as Tony sees us all together, he'll quickly realize how impossible the situation is.
Yeah. That, I take it, is what is known as being subtle.
Yes.
So, how will the dinner go with Tony's arrogant, bougie family compared to Alice's jovial and warm family? You're just going to have to watch the final hour and find out. Even though this movie isn't a traditional screwball comedy, the Kirby dinner is quite the spectacle. This movie is just as relevant today as it was back in 1938. Frank Capra was a genius at making films that everyone could relate to, and really, they're all timeless. The bottom line is all of us want to be happy with life, and finding something that you believe in is one of those ways to find happiness. Is it as simple as just doing what you want? Well, of course not. But life is too short to be miserable. There is a way to find a happy medium, and this film is a perfect slice of that credo. The acting is fabulous, and the story is equally as good. If you have never been treated to You Can't Take It With You, I say do yourself a favor and see it as soon as you can. You will not be disappointed. And you'll likely be shocked about how relevant all the topics are in modern times. This film is definitely a precursor to It's a Wonderful Life. All right, some fun facts. You Can't Take It With You was nominated for 7 Oscars and won 2. It actually won Best Picture, and Frank Capra won Best Director. The other 5, Spring Binghamton lost Best Supporting Actress to Faye Bainter for Jezebel. Best Writing Screenplay lost to Pygmalion. Best Cinematography lost to The Great Waltz. Best Film Editing lost to The Adventures of Robin Hood. And Best Sound Recording lost to The Cowboy and the Lady. You Can't Take It With You was the first of only 2 Best Picture Academy Award winners to have been adapted for the screen from plays which won the Pulitzer Prize. The other, Driving Miss Daisy from 1989. Ann Miller was only 15 years old when the movie was filmed. Her character was called to perform numerous amateur ballet positions, including dancing on point. She had never been trained to do so, and she wasn't wearing shoes with the proper support. She was just kind of forcing her feet up onto the toes, which were very painful for her. She hid this from the cast and crew, but would cry out of sight off stage. Finally, James Stewart noticed her crying, and though he didn't know why, he would have boxes of candy sent to her to make her feel better. Shortly before filming began, Lionel Barrymore lost the use of his legs to crippling arthritis and a hip injury. To accommodate him, the script was altered so that his character had a sprained ankle, and that Barrymore did most of the film on crutches. Barrymore would receive injections every hour to help relieve the pain of his arthritis. The only difficulty Frank Capra had during the filming was with Edward Arnold, who had a bad habit of repeatedly flubbing his lines. This frustrated Capra and everyone else to no end, but, as Capra said in his autobiography, if he could put up with that, and I gladly did, Arnold was a powerhouse on the screen. James Stewart later recalled of Jean Arthur, "She was the finest actress I ever worked with. No one had her humor or her talent." All right, we have a special guest, and that is Lindsay, who has never seen this great film, so we get her fresh take on it. So let's hear that now. And then after that, we have a Lux Radio Theater adaptation from October 2nd, 1939, which starred Edward Arnold, Robert Cummings taking the James Stewart role, and Fay Wray, famous for playing the female lead in the original King Kong. Well, she plays the Jean Arthur character. We'll hear that after we talk to Lindsay, and then I'll be back next week to talk about yet another random movie from my DVD collection. Okay, we're back, and we have a special guest, and that is Lindsay. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everybody. I love that I'm a special guest. I love being on your show.
Well, you're definitely special.
Oh, in so many ways, right?
Yes. Okay, so speaking of special, I would say Frank Capra is one of the greatest directors of all time, and most people know him for It's a Wonderful Life. It Happened One Night, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. But there are two films in his filmography that are kind of forgotten unless you're a film buff. One is Lost Horizon, which is terrific and covered on this podcast, or will be covered on this podcast. The other one is this film, You Can't Take It With You, which is kind of crazy because he did, not only did this win Best Picture, but it also won Best Director for Capra. But for whatever reason, people forget about this one. And you watch it today, and it's just as relevant as ever. So what was your immediate reaction to watching this film?
Well, I'm almost embarrassed to admit I don't know Frank Capra very well, so...
But you know of those movies I just mentioned.
Yes, of course, and only a few of them have I seen, and of course they're, classics through and through. I think this film, you said it best, this holds up today as well as it would have in any time in history. And I almost feel like it told the story better than almost maybe anything I've ever seen, in that it's just so earnest. It's just so real and easy to kind of see the themes in your own life, make the connections between what you saw in this film and what you think about being wealthy, in air quotes, in your own life. And it was really well done. I was kind of surprised. I guess I didn't really know what to expect with this one either going in. I figured it'd be good, but I didn't know if I would, really go head over heels on it. It was a really great film. And when you told me that it won for Best Picture and Director, I can see why.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. At the time, the knock on Frank Capra was, they used to call it Capricorn. So, his movies were heavy. His movies were heavy-handed and kind of hokey and syrupy and everything. But I guess you could take that and say that that's kind of true. But in many ways, isn't that what we want in our films? Do you want to necessarily be depressed? I think there's a time and a place for art to be, not cheery and it can be bleak. But there's other times when I go to be inspired. I go to get away from things and maybe come out with a message that might seem like Pollyanna. But I personally, I'd rather see those types of films than something that just reminds me that, the world isn't always great.
You talk about this all the time, and I truly subscribe to it, and that is many people, more than not, go to the movies or turn on a movie or whatever to be entertained and or as some form of escapism from their daily life, whatever that looks like. And to that end, okay, maybe a little bit corny, maybe a little bit syrupy, okay, maybe there's a bit of that. But the thing is, I keep coming back to that word earnest. It just sort of told a story in earnest in a way. And also, this is one of those films that, depending on the headspace that you might be in when you're watching it, it could hit you a few different ways. You could be inspired or moved or feel the connection to it depending on where you're at in the moment that you're watching it. And I think where my head was when I was watching it, it definitely was hitting more on that inspirational, reminding you of the gratitude that you should have for things. And I think that's an important message at any age and stage, right? Like, is that ever old and trite that you see something that reminds you of what you should be grateful for in the world? Is that ever like too corny to be worth it? I would say no. Like, I would say there's a relevance that's going to transcend all things. And I really did in my moment while I watched this, I really was thinking about that and saying, wow, this makes such great points about what it is we should be thankful for in our own lives.
And what you should value most of all. Two things in this film have always stood out for me. One is the money isn't everything. Everyone needs money, but it doesn't, it's very cliche, it does not buy happiness, and it doesn't buy friends.
No, freedom, maybe, but not happiness, not friends, not contentment.
Yes and no, it buys freedom. Sometimes it actually constricts you.
Yes, that's true.
So
I guess freedom to make decisions, perhaps, but not freedom in your own life.
But not necessarily making good decisions.
Well, and freedom isn't free, right? I mean, there's a cost for these things, so there's so many layers. Yes,
so one of the things of Capra's message is, and it happened in It's a Wonderful Life too, and this is similar in some ways, and ironically, the antagonist in It's a Wonderful Life is the protagonist here in Lionel Barrymore, which I think it shows you how good of an actor he really was, and what a great director Capra was. But he was wealthy. The grandpa character was wealthy with friends and knowledge, and he had been, successful in business. He alluded to. But he realized that wasn't what was fulfilling him.
And he walked away.
Right. And I think you and I personally, without getting into great detail, are at a point in our lives where, how much more successful do we need to be? To me, success right now is being happy.
We were Grandpa. We are Grandpa.
Right. And so I'd rather be happy than continuing to chase a buck.
Absolutely.
And I know that's easy to say, and some people will be like, rolling their eyes, but it's true. Ultimately, what are you most happy? And so for some people, they can only be happy if they're making $500,000. Right. Other people, they're just happy because they have a roof over their head and they can eat something every day.
Yeah.
So it's what you make of it. And I think that's what was great about this movie is it was kind of this almost bohemian lifestyle where they brought in these kind of stray dogs that just wanted to live a life where they could do something that makes them happy, whether it made money or not.
Yeah, and they weren't like, I guess the average person looking in might say they're a little bit kooky. Okay, fine. But they weren't like the kookiest of the kooky, right? Like they had, it was more
they all had skills.
Yeah, Grandpa collected people who had like dreams and aspirations that didn't really have, or it appeared, didn't really have any other way to bring those things into being, into the light. For example, the guy at the bank who makes the cool like children's toys and fun inventions, but
he was rotting away as
stuck behind like a stupid accounting book, and he had no love for that job and
wasn't respected.
No, his fire was being lit by these fun, imaginative things that he could do. But think about it. It's like Grandpa's. I keep calling him Grandpa, Lionel Barrymore, but Grandpa. I'm going to call him Grandpa. Grandpa's so cool because he not only could see that in people. It's like he saw through them. He could see that potential, but he enabled it. He enabled them for those who maybe weren't free enough to make those decisions for themselves, financial or because of other obligations in life. He enabled that form of freedom in what he provided. And that did make him a rich man.
Yeah.
And it enriched his life. It meant more to him than the money he was making at work and whatever. And amazingly, it gave the individuals that he sort of brought into the fold, direct family or otherwise, it gave them something they wouldn't have had any other way, and they were grateful for it. It's almost like having a grandpa equivalent in your life is kind of a blessing, and most people might not be open enough to it to let it in. He was sort of a special character, and I agree about the acting, just to give him some mad props for a second. It's not like I'm super familiar with him or super familiar with some of the other films he's been in, but just on the merits of what he did here, he was terrific. He was very real. Like, I I didn't feel the hokey from him because it felt legit.
Mm-hmm.
I really love Grandpa.
The other thing that is common, and maybe I already mentioned it, but like friendships and having lots of friends. It happened in It's a Wonderful Life. Obviously, towards the end, the James Stewart character is thinking about committing suicide, and he doesn't realize what an impact he's made in other people's lives until he sees it at the end. But the same things here. I think Grandpa always knew, but then, in the courtroom scene, when they're all in court, and, there's a scene where the rich guy, A.P. Kirby, is going to pay the fine from a mishap, and the townsfolk won't let it happen. They're like, we're not going to let him pay. We're going to pay for Grandpa because of all that Grandpa's done for us. Which is really, some people might find that hokey, but I guarantee that happens in real life. You hear about it all the time. The difference is now it's a GoFundMe or something like that. But people really do step up for people that they truly do appreciate and love. And that's what I like seeing in these types of movies. It really does still exist, whether people want to see it or not.
Talk about being rich.
Oh yeah,
that's the
rich in friendship.
Yeah, that's the message I think of this film. You and I talk about this a lot too, kind of like off pod.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that one of the biggest problems that I encounter with the area that we live in, and sort of the career aspirations and motivations and such that we've been surrounded by for decades now, is that I see a lot of people who I really do like and care about that have ascribed value to the wrong things,
right,
or what I perceive, I guess I should say, as the wrong things. When you leave this world, whatever that you believe in, whatever that looks like to you, no one will discuss that on this podcast, but when that happens, there's no reward for the martyrdom that we watch people put themselves through. There's no, Joan of Arc badge that you're going to get for beating yourself up to try to achieve things that don't actually have a rich meaning in life or love or whatever. And we see people do that every day, ascribe value to the things that actually are not necessarily the most valuable. Now, anybody can make the argument that that's relative. And I see that. I see the kind of irony of saying that. I understand everybody makes their own value system. But it is true that on your last day, I don't know how hard you worked at that job or how much money you made or anything really matters in that moment so much as who have you spent your life with? Who has been around you? What experiences have you had?
Who have you touched?
Yeah, and I just think it's interesting that this film was touching on that back in the 30s.
Oh, yeah.
Was reminding people. And, the other interesting
thing? Well, it's
thing?
also during towards the end, middle to late Depression.
Yes.
A lot of people were losing value, and so maybe he was trying to bring back what is really valuable.
I think that's super cool. But the other thing that I was going to say that really stuck out to me, and I had to stop in the film and ask you this about when it was actually made, World War II wasn't really in full swing here in the United States.
It was in Europe, but not here.
It was, but the States...
We were still 3 years away.
3 years, where this was being, filmed and the ideas.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like New York City, right? I don't know if it's actually New York, but I think it's supposed to be a big city.
Well, it said Wall Street, so...
So it is New York. I honestly wasn't really sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. It could be big city, USA, it doesn't really matter. But that's another interesting point in time. You're coming, you get the Depression, the war... Maybe the essay on life that the director was trying to sort of put out into the ether was needed at that time. And also, one thing I wanted to ask you, too, is it's almost like, how Quentin Tarantino and many of these other directors have these muses that they like to work with? It seems like here we've got...
James Stewart's one of them, and Lionel Barrymore. Yeah.
Was this director sort of doing that in his films, too? Did he have his favorites?
So Stewart was in at least 3 of the big ones. So he was in You Can't Take It With You, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and It's a Wonderful Life. He also used Gary Cooper a few times in Mr. Deeds and Meet John Doe. So, and then Jean Arthur was in...
I like her, too.
3 films too. So
it's kind of Tarantino, David Lynch.
Well, I think it's common for a lot of directors.
Yeah.
You work with people you like. You know you can get the most out of them.
Yeah.
One other thing I just want to mention, and when people ask about this podcast, I joke. Nobody really cares about my job. What my legacy kind of is this podcast, and I'm proud of that because. Another thing, people say, well, how many listeners do you have? And I said, does it really matter? Because I do it for me. There are people that listen. But no matter what, if I had a ton of listeners or not, I'm not making any money off this. And that's the other thing that they make is like, oh, do you have advertisers? Do you make money? And I said, I don't, and I don't care because it's not about that. Ultimately, what I leave on this earth, nobody cares about what I did in my job. Like, that won't matter. This podcast actually might matter because I already get things from, like, if you check out a movie, if you check out this movie because of this podcast, that to me leaves more to society than me getting financial gain out of it.
Absolutely.
The financial gain is not worth it for me. Passing along what I've learned from movies through my own experiences and people passing along their knowledge, to me is way more valuable than putting $1 on this. I don't do this for money. A lot of my friends don't do their podcasts for money. If you're doing it for money, great, but you're going to be disappointed real quick. And to me, this is just kind of a microcosm of this movie. You give back in your own way. This is me giving back, and I get a lot out of it too. I meet great people. I talk to people about movies, and I also share movies that might bring entertainment to others.
I fully agree. Like, I couldn't be more on the same page. I think legacy and the concept of legacy is kind of an interesting topic because
it's what you make of it.
It is what you make of it. When most people think of that word, legacy, they're thinking of things like their career.
Sure.
They might be thinking of things like money or raising their children or what they're doing. Like that's all reasonable.
Each episode is another child for me.
Right. It's all reasonable, legitimate things. But I think the film sort of hits on the point for me of legacy is kind of what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you can leave a legacy that's fitting for you, and it doesn't have to look like what it does for everyone else. I will never forget one of these moments in time that really made me proud of like who I became as a person. And I called my mom immediately from the parking lot and told her the story afterwards. Was that I was at a store. I've been there several times, but it's a big store, so there's lots of different people that come in and out. And I had bought some Christmas gifts there, and then 6 months later I go back, and of course I'm buying something else. I get in the line, and I'm checking out, and the nice gal that's working at the cash register asked me how my coworkers liked the Christmas gifts that I had purchased 6 months ago. And I was sort of floored because I thought, oh my God, how does she remember that? I mean, this is a massive, big store that lots of people shop at. And I said, oh my gosh, they actually really love them. Hey, thank you so much for asking. My gosh, you see so many people in here. How on earth would you remember that? And she said, well, it's very easy because you're extraordinarily memorable because of your manners. I remember you for that. And I honestly, it's a weird moment where you're almost like, I could cry over that because that's something I value, is treating people with respect anywhere and everywhere I go. And the fact that, unfortunately, I didn't recognize her, but the fact that just my coming up to the register and saying, hey, how's your day? And just doing the checkout, that triggered in her that she knew who I was and remembered what I bought. And it was kind of a weird moment of legacy for me. Like, that's the type of legacy I'd rather leave on this earth.
Well, we talk about it all the time. It's not hard. It's much easier to be nice to someone than to be not nice to someone. It takes way more effort to be an asshole than it does to just be a nice person to someone, and especially people you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, why put forth the effort to be a dick? And there's obviously, you could do a whole study. You could do an entire podcast just on that. But you and I both subscribe to that. It's not that hard to just be nice to someone, and especially someone that you're not going to be, somebody that you in the service industry that you might only be spending less than 2 minutes with. Really, is that hard to ask you how they're doing?
Grandpa was
kind of live by that. Yeah.
A strong bastion of respect for all people.
Yeah.
Like he really
In all walks of life.
exactly embodied that fully, and that's a way that I both appreciate him and what the film kind of raised up, as well as something that I value in my own life. I think it's extremely important to make the extra effort to make people feel valued and appreciated. The largest chunk of my career up till recently was about doing that, and trying to tell that story to people who are probably way more powerful and will make way more money than I ever would. And sometimes that fell on deaf ears. And that was very frustrating and very hard to accept that despite your best effort or anyone's best effort to show people the value of humanity, that it's not an easy torch to pick up and carry. It's kind of stunning me. For Grandpa, it was really easy. And for Kirby Sr., it was pretty damn difficult. And it took... There's one scene towards the end of the film. I don't like giving away the ends, but there was one scene where he's in a boardroom trying to make a certain type of decision. And there's this very powerful moment of passing a certain thing across the table that symbolized some of this, some of that selflessness and that love, even in the face of frustration. And I thought that the director and the actors handled that really well. And this movie holds lessons for people of all ages and walks forever. It is timeless.
It really is timeless. And, okay, we're going to wrap up on this. How did you like the chemistry between Jean Arthur and James Stewart? Because at this time, James Stewart isn't really James Stewart yet. He's still kind of... This was one of his breakout roles, actually. He was still coming up as an actor. So, next year, they would actually pair together in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, which is another famous film. But how did you like them together?
I thought they were really good together. And the thing is, Jean Arthur is one of those actresses that I probably should bring her up more when I talk about...
She's kind of forgotten unless you're a film buff.
Yeah, I probably should. I mean, I love me some Barbara Stanwyck, and I talk about her all the time. But I think that Jean Arthur is another one that was multidimensional, and she did really well, and she was a lovable girl next door.
She'd be funny, or she could play serious.
Yeah, and she and Jimmy had pretty good chemistry. I also thought that he almost seemed like he wasn't acting. He almost just seemed like he was sincere. The guy he was.
Well, that's how Lionel Barrymore seems too.
And that makes you sort of fall into this thing even harder.
Yeah.
And Jean Arthur too. I really liked the sort of stand she was taking towards the end, where it's like, you know what? If the ask for me to ascend in my life is to give up on or turn my back on the things that I've loved and valued and care about, yeah, piss off. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't care what that costs me, because that thing I'm going to have to leave behind is way more valuable than anything else that I could get out of leaving the things that I've always wrapped my arms around. That's another really good message. There's like messages within messages within messages in here, but they're all positive. Okay, maybe you want to say they're coated in a bit of syrup, fine. But that's the reason that they're lasting, right? Because they matter, and they still matter.
Well, I think if you like this, you'll pretty much like all of his other movies, because Mr. Smith Goes to Washington definitely is as relevant now about politics in Washington than ever. Mr. Deeds Goes to Town the same way. It Happened One Night, super funny. That's probably more of a screwball comedy. And then another one you guys need to see is Lost Horizon, which really goes about similar of how you live your life and a peaceful life. And if you did reach Shangri-La, would humans still screw it up?
It's a great
type
question.
Of deal. It is. And then, Meet John Doe is about kind of like the Today, where you get your 15 minutes of fame and things like that. And then, of course, It's a Wonderful Life.
Well, I mean, that's pretty classic as far as classic goes.
Right.
I mean, even if you've never seen it, I think most people understand the concept.
And they know the story. Yeah.
And they know the story.
Yeah.
But I thought their chemistry was excellent. I highly recommend this one.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it won those awards when we watched it, but now that you say it, I can completely see
that's why it's almost like a low-key classic, because you mentioned Frank Capra, they're going to say It's a Wonderful Life or Mr. Deeds or Mr. Smith. They almost always forget You Can Take It With You. So
it was a gem. It was a true gem. I And it's uplifting.
Yeah.
And you can consider this one of those films. It can speak to you the way that you need it to at the time. It doesn't have to be preachy to do that. You can just sort of internalize what you need to out of it. And I like that about it.
Well,
So choose your own adventure based on what they're saying.
And look, I get it. Like, not everyone is going to quit their job to do what they love. That's just not reality. We all still have to make money. But that's not to say you can't still have a job and still do things that you like. And even if it's in a small way. I mean, if you just like to read books, find time to do that. If you like, whatever it might be, you should always carve some time to do something that you love, because you're not here that long. You really aren't.
And to do less of what you don't want to do. And those are conscious decisions that are sometimes hard to make, and they're prioritized over by the things that don't leave legacy and don't mean as much in the long run.
That's right.
And that's the, I think that's sort of the sad element that you can perceive in many people's worlds, is that they're choosing that so much more than to even carve out that little bit of time that you're talking about.
That's
and
right.
to me, the legacy lives in there.
Yep. Well, your legacy lives on because of this podcast, so
Well,
thank you for joining me.
Yeah, I love being a guest on the show, and I appreciate being a little part of your legacy. And I hope people will check this one out. It's worth it.
Lux presents Hollywood. The Lux Radio Theater presents You Can't Take It With You, with an all-star cast headed by Edward Arnold, Walter Connolly, Fay Ray, Robert Cummings, Neda Harrigan, and Lee Patrick. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille. Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special occasion for us. Just 5 years ago this week, the curtain went up for the first time in the Lux Radio Theater. And one of the most gratifying things to me is our box office report. Unlike most theaters, our box office is not situated in front of the building with one ticket seller, but in every city and town throughout the country, with thousands of ticket sellers, in every store where you buy Lux toilet soap. It's your loyal purchase of our product that raises the curtain each week in this theater. And it's all made possible by the exceptional quality of Lux toilet soap. Mr. Ruick has a letter on this subject that I think you'd like to hear.
It says, Dear Mr. DeMille, we are all loyal to you, to the Lux Radio Theater, and to Lux toilet soap. I, for one, purchased Lux toilet soap at first as a thank you for the Lux Radio Theater, so the theater might be continued. But, just as you've told us, the quality of the product is so outstanding that I am now writing to tell you that I wouldn't think of doing without my Lux toilet soap. It's a grand help for a woman who wants to keep her complexion as attractive as possible, and it certainly makes a grand bath soap. And special thanks to you, Mr. DeMille, for You Can't Take It With You. I'll be listening in Monday night.
And that, Mr. Ruick, brings us to our play. The ancient Greeks had a gift for philosophy, the Romans a gift for government, and just as certainly Americans have always been blessed with a gift for humor. Prophets of gloom have never fared very well in our country. They've always been overshadowed by prophets of laughter like Morse Hart and George S. Kaufman, who wrote You Can't Take It With You. A Pulitzer Prize play on the Broadway stage, and later a hit motion picture produced by Columbia Pictures Corporation, You Can't Take It With You is a great American comedy. But it's also a love story, for there can be humor in romance, even though the parties concerned are usually too serious to see it. To cast this play, we literally covered the country from Maine to California. Our good friend Edward Arnold was up in San Francisco enjoying a kind of postman's holiday with the Bohemian Club, a group of gentlemen who amuse themselves occasionally by putting on a play. But we suggested that it was time to stop entertaining himself and get back to entertaining the public. He's here tonight as Banker Kirby, the same role he played in the picture. Miss Fay Ray was in Maine, finishing an engagement on the Straw Hat Circuit. That's the branch of the theater which blooms in the spring and closes up at the first frost. We reached her by telephone and told her about the part of Alice. And above the noise of shifting scenery, she managed to shout across the continent that she'd take the next train for California. We found Walter Connolly, our choice for Grandpa Vanderhoff, solemnly waving a steak knife in the Paramount commissary. When we caught his eye from a safe distance, He explained that he was learning to be an orchestra conductor for the title role in The Gay Days of Victor Herbert. Robert Cummings, one of the most promising young leading men in Hollywood, takes the part of Tony. Netta Harrigan, in Private Life, Mrs. Walter Connolly, plays Mrs. Kirby, and lovely Lee Patrick, the role of Penny. Firecrackers, ballet dancers, romance, and income taxes are about to descend upon us. It's curtain time for Act One of You Can't Take It With You, starring Edward Arnold as Mr. Kirby, Walter Connolly as Grandpa Vanderhoff, Fay Ray as Alice, and Robert Cummings as Tony. The 57th floor of the Kirby Building, tallest and most impressive structure of a great American city. On a door opposite the elevator is a brass plate bearing the legend, Anthony P. Kirby Company, Bankers. And behind 7 other doors marked private is the inner sanctum of the great Kirby himself. The famous tycoon cannot be disturbed just now. With his son Tony and a small group of associates, he's engaged in the ceremonial dance of modern business, a very important conference.
Gentlemen, we're going ahead exactly as planned. Our company will be the largest individual corporation in the world, particularly with Ramsey lined up.
Why, we'd control the whole field of production.
Exactly, gentlemen.
But, AP, Ramsey would never permit himself to be absorbed by anybody.
Oh, won't he? Earlier this year, Ramsey floated a new issue, didn't he? What for? For expansion, new production facilities, all right. Where's he going to build these new production facilities? I own every 12 square blocks completely surrounding his factories.
You own them? We didn't know anything about that, AP.
Of course you didn't. Nobody knew. The Blakely Real Estate Company's been buying it for me a piece at a time, but my name was kept out of it.
That's brilliant, AP.
So you see, gentlemen, we can proceed without any trouble. Well, you know what to do. Come on, get busy.
Yes, sir. We'll hop right to it.
Oh, Douglas, get me Mr. Blakely on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Well, Tony, how does it feel to be a vice president?
Well, it's been painless enough so far, Dad.
You talk as if you were having a tooth yanked.
Look, Dad, maybe sometime when you've got a week or two off, you can sort of let me in on what the banking business is all about, huh?
Oh, now, don't give up, Tony. Sure, it's complicated, but, you'll get used to it. How's your mother been?
Oh, she's fine. Said you'd drop in later.
Mr. Blakely's on the phone, sir.
Good. Hello, Blakely.
Hello, AP.
How's it going, Blakely? You got that property yet?
Well, I'm having a little trouble, AP. I've got all 12 blocks except one house, 25-foot front, and the man won't sell.
Well, make him sell. Those 12 blocks are useless unless I can buy every inch.
Well, I'm trying, AP, but the old man's a crank. I offered him $50,000 yesterday, and he turned it down. I tried to get him in here today to talk some sense into him, but I don't know.
You listen to me. I don't want any excuses. I want his house. And remember this, Blakely. Unless you buy the whole 12 blocks, you don't get a penny commission. Goodbye.
But, Mr. Kirby... that man's got ice water in his veins. I tell you, John, we've got to get that property.
You can't force a man to sell his home.
Well, what'd he say when you offered him the $50,000?
I'm not sure, but I think someone began singing, someone else danced, and Grandpa Vanderhoff himself sat down and played a mouth organ.
A mouth organ? What are they, a bunch of nuts?
Mr. Vanderhoff is here, Mr. Blakely.
Oh, Mr. Vanderhoff. Well, send him right in. No. Have him wait.
Yes, sir.
Let him cool his heels a while.
Psychology, eh?
It never fails.
Mr. Vanderhoff, Mr. Blakely will see you in just a minute.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not in any hurry.
Thank you, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Say, mister, what are you doing with that there machine?
Huh? Oh, why, this is an adding machine. Oh, my goodness, made a mistake. First time in 20 years.
I suppose that calls for the building to collapse, hmm? What do you have to do that for?
Well, I have to add up these figures and see if they check against these other figures.
Why? Say, do you like it, this work you're doing?
Oh, my goodness, no. Oh, for land's sakes, what am I saying?
Then what do you do it for? What would you rather do?
Rather do? Well, I make up things.
Poetry?
Oh, no, things, gadgets.
Let's see, you got anything here?
Well, look back here behind the desk. See? This is one of the things I made up. The bunny comes out of the cabbage, looks around, and it goes back.
Now, that's kind of cute. Seems to me, Mr.
Poppins.
Seems to me, Mr. Poppins, that's the sort of thing you ought to be doing all the time.
Yes. Well, maybe someday when my ship comes in.
A lot of people waiting for that ship, Mr. Poppins. Meanwhile, they don't have any fun. Look, how would you like to come over to our house for a while and work on your gadgets?
Over to your house?
I don't feel bashful about it. Mr. DePinna, he's the Iceman, came over 9 years ago. Got interested in making fireworks down in the cellar with my son-in-law, Paul, and he's been living with us ever since. Over at our place, everybody does exactly what he wants to do.
Really? That's wonderful. But how do you live? Who takes care of you?
The same one who takes care of the lilies of the field, Mr. Poppins. If you like, you can come over and be a lily, too. Say, let's hear that bunny again, will you?
Well, all right.
It's a wonderful invention, Mr. Poppins. Ought to be fun making it, too.
Oh, goodness, it's Mr. Blakely.
What's this? What's going on here?
You see, sir, this gentleman...
Mr. Poppins was showing me his invention, that's all.
Oh, Mr. Vanderhoff. Well. Come in. Come right into my office.
No, thank you, Mr. Blakely. I was just going.
Going? Well, what are you talking about?
Say, that's a bad twitch in your eye. You've been working too hard. You ought to take a vacation.
Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, if it's all the same to you, let's quit playing games. I'm a very busy man.
Then I don't want to disturb you. Bye, Mr. Blakely.
Look. I have a check here for $100,000 made out to you.
You don't say. Look out for that twitch, Mr. Blakely. Coming, Poppins?
I'd like to, but I don't
You, Poppins, this is all your fault. You and your confounded toys. Get it out of here.
Oh, you broke it. You broke my... wait a minute, Mr. Vanderhoff. I'll get my hat.
If you leave here, Poppins, you needn't come back.
I don't intend to. Mr. Blakely, the die is cast. From now on, I'm a lily.
Fine. Get your bunny, Poppins. Go right in, Mr. Poppins.
Thank you.
Hello, Grandpa. That's you?
Yep, Reba. You better set another place for dinner. Mr. Poppins here is going to stay with us for a while.
Now, ain't that nice? How do, Mr. Poppins?
How do you do?
Reba, will you taste a love dream for me? It's a new candy I'm working on with coconut.
Like to, Miss Essie, but I just ate a scallion. It's going to taste like scallions no matter what.
Guess I'll have to ask Mother then. Hello, Grandpa.
This is my granddaughter, Essie, Mr. Poppins. Makes the best candy in the city.
Hello.
Hello.
Just put your hat over there, Mr. Poppins. I'll show you where you can wash up.
Mother, will you please taste a love dream for me?
I don't think I can now, Essie. I'm busy with my play. You have to make candy today. It's so hot.
Well, Ed went out and got a bunch of new orders.
If it keeps on, you'll be opening a store, dear.
That's what Ed was saying last night, but I said no. I want to be a dancer.
Miss Essie, that new batch of love dreams is about ready.
Oh, gosh, I better get back to the kitchen.
Finish the second act yet, Mrs. Sycamore?
Oh, no, Reba. I've got Cynthia just entering the monastery.
Monastery? She was singing in the Paradise Club last I heard.
Well, she gets tired of the Paradise Club, and there's this monastery, so she goes there.
My, I bet she busted wide open.
Wait a minute, Mr. DePinna. I want to show my wife.
Oh, what are you doing down in the cellar?
Look, Penny, the new firecrackers. Mr. DePinna and I just got through with them. We can sell them for 10 cents a string, and they pop like the dickens. Watch. Pretty nice, huh?
Yes, dear, they're lovely.
Mr. Sycamore. Yes, Mr. DePinna.
On this skyrocket, I think we got the powder chamber too close to the balloon.
Bring it up here and let me see.
Mother, Ed's coming home. Ed's coming home. I saw him through the window.
Hey, Essie.
Here I am, Ed.
Well, I delivered the candy. How's my beautiful wife?
Oh, just fine, dear.
I couldn't wait to get home and get at the xylophone. Say, wait till you hear this tune. It's been ringing in my ears all day. Listen.
Oh, I like that, Ed. Is it yours?
No, Chopin.
Got a lot of you in it. It makes me feel like practicing my dancing.
Come on, Mr. Poppins. Come on in and meet the rest of the family. Folks, this is Mr. Poppins. You know Essie. The fella playing the xylophone is Ed. He's her husband. This is my son-in-law, Paul Sycamore.
Hello, Mr. Poppins.
How do you do?
And Mr. DePinna. He's the Iceman.
Very pleased to know you. How do you do?
And over here is my daughter, Penny.
How do you do?
Oh, hello. Were you ever in a monastery, Mr. Poppins?
No, I never have been.
What's the matter, Penny? Stuck?
Well, I've got her in a monastery, and I can't get her out.
Say, where's Alice? Isn't she coming home for dinner?
She didn't say. I think she ought to stop working in that millinery shop. They make her stay so late.
Why, Penny, she hasn't worked there for 5 months.
Really?
She works for some bankers now, Kirby and Son. She works for the Sun.
Bankers? Now, isn't that nice? Reba! Reba!
Yes, Mrs. Sycamore?
Reba, will you please call up Alice at her office and ask her if she's coming home to dinner?
That's at Kirby and Son, Reba.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, she works for the Sun. Now, where was I in my play?
Tony, dear.
Yes, Alice.
Tony, stop me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the telephone ringing?
Say, that's strange. You know, I thought I heard something. Voices in my ear. Voices that say, if you don't kiss Alice Sycamore right away, you're a chump.
Tony, please. This is a business office. Hello, Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.'s office? Oh, hello, Reba. Wait. Mother wants to know if I'll be home for dinner.
Oh, definitely not.
The man says no, Reba.
Darling.
Tony, stop that. Reba, tell Grandpa I love him as much as ever, but a young vice president has me in his powers. Tony,
Well, I was only
don't.
kissing you on the back of the neck. What's the matter?
Yes, Reba, of course I'm struggling. Tony, don't you come.
Tony.
Good evening, dear. Oh,
Mother. Oh, hello, Mother. Won't you sort of sit down or something?
no, I see you're busy. If you don't mind, I think I'll go and see your father. Excuse me, dear. Goodbye, Reba. I've got to hang up now. The ceiling just fell in. Tony, would you mind handing me the want ad section of that paper?
Oh, I'm sorry, Alice. I had no idea my mother was going to pop in like that.
No, I guess you didn't. Well, I'd better go home.
Now, wait a minute. I want to tell you something. Last night I informed the lady that was just in here that I was going to marry you.
Tony! Well, I don't remember your telling it to me.
Well, you didn't ask me.
Did you see the way she looked at me? I know just what she was thinking.
Oh, listen, there seems to be a general impression around here that the Kirbys are ogres or something. Well, that has nothing to do with me. They're just putty in my hands. Never wanted to think I couldn't get up a yell long enough. Oh, it worked like a charm when I was a baby. Here, I'll give you an idea.
Tony! Oh, you crazy.
Sure. And there's one little detail I forgot to mention. I love you, Alice. I love you very much.
Oh, Tony. Tony.
There you are. Do you like it, Mrs. Sycamore?
Why, I think it's marvelous. Did you make that just the 2 days you've been here?
Well, I had the parts, you see. Oh, but this is a wonderful place to work.
Say, Mr. Sycamore,
Yes?
this new fireworks display is going to be the best we've ever made.
I guess it is, Mr. DePinner.
Did you think of a name up for it yet?
No. What we need is something new and big, with plenty of flash. You any ideas, Mr. Poppins?
Let me see. I know. The Russian Revolution. Plenty of fireworks there.
Why, that's brilliant, Mr. Poppins. What do you think of it, Ed? The Russian Revolution.
I think it's swell. Say, you got swell ideas, Mr. Poppins. Say, maybe you got something you'd like me to set up on my printing press.
Why don't you print something about the fireworks? Advertising them. Then put it in the candy boxes, and the people who buy the candy will also buy the fireworks.
Say, that's great. Listen, how does this sound? Watch for the revolution. It's coming soon.
Fine. We got a lot of these red flag firecrackers left. You could write about them, too.
Sure. Red flags will sweep the country. Get your red flags from Sycamore.
Well, that's fine, fine.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello, Alice.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Don't ring that dinner bell yet, Miss Alice. It ain't even half ready.
Gather round, everybody. It's the town crier herself, and I've got an announcement to make.
Alice, dear, what's the matter?
Oh, it's wonderful, Mother. Listen. A young gentleman is going to call on me in exactly 20 minutes.
Who, Alice? What's his name?
Mr. Anthony Kirby, Jr.
Kirby? Why, that's the boss's son.
Oh, yes, Kirby and Son.
Yeah. What's all the excitement?
Grandpa, I've had a proposal from Tony Kirby, and he's coming to call tonight.
A proposal? Well, why didn't you say?
And, Mother, please, I want him to take us in easy doses. So please don't read him any plays on his first visit, because I like him. And Essie, I wouldn't dance for him if I were you, because we're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet later. Well, now I've got to dress. Bye.
I hope he's all right. So many of these young fellas are just clowns.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello, Grandpa. Sit down.
Thanks. Well, Alice, do you love him?
Love him. Oh, I
Can't even talk about him, huh?
Not rationally.
Who's asking you to be rational? Listen, when I courted your grandmother, it took me 2 years to propose. Know why? The moment she'd walk into the room, my knees would buckle, and the blood would rush to my head, and the walls would start dancing. Up to the last, I couldn't even look at her without my heart didn't go thump, thump, thump. That's why I've lived in this house so many years and never could move out. It'd be like moving away from Grandma.
Oh, Grandpa. I've got it that way, too.
If you have, then I guess it's all right.
Look, I bought you something. Here. You like it?
Well, bless my soul. A new harmonica. Sure is a beauty, too. I guess I'll run along downstairs and have a whack at it.
There's the bell. He's here now. Tell him I'll be right there, Grandpa.
That's wonderful, Ed, stop playing. I think I heard the bell. And remember, everybody, be very nice. It's Alice's young man. Hello. I'm Alice's mother. Come right in.
I'm afraid there's been a mistake. My name is Henderson.
Henderson? But I thought it was Kirby.
Wilbur G. Henderson, Internal Revenue Department. I'm looking for Martin Vanderhoff.
Right here. Come on in.
Thank you.
Sit down, sir.
Thanks. Mr. Vanderhoff, the government wants to talk to you about a little matter of income tax.
Income tax?
Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, we've written you several letters about this and no reply. And according to our records...
Oh, that's Mr. Kirby now. I'll answer it. Excuse me. Come right in, Mr. Kirby.
Thanks.
Hello, son. Glad to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Mother, is that Mr. Kirby?
Yes, dear. He's lovely.
Sit down, son. Sit down. Make yourself at home.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mr. Vanderhoff, I hope you'll excuse me, but I've got to be going.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drop in again sometime for dinner.
If you don't mind, I'd like to get my business over before I go.
Oh?
Mr. Vanderhoff, our records show that you have never paid an income tax.
That's right.
Why not?
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it?
No, sir.
Well, whether you believe in it or not, you owe the government 22 years back income taxes.
Yes? Now, look, Mr. Henderson, suppose I pay you the money, mind you. I don't say I'm going to, but just for the sake of argument. What do I get for my money?
Get? Why, you get everything.
What?
Well, everything. Look at Congress and the House and the Senate. We've got to pay them, don't we?
Not with my money, no, sir.
Now, listen.
Well, here I am.
Oh.
Hello, Tony.
Hello, Alice.
I hope you all got acquainted.
Oh, yes. I think you two will make such a lovely couple.
Mother.
Look, Mr. Vanderhoff, there's no two ways about it. You've got to pay your taxes.
How's that?
I said you've got to pay it.
Well, they've got to show me.
They don't have to show you. I just told you. Look, who's going to pay for all those buildings down in Washington and interstate commerce and the Constitution?
The Constitution was paid for long ago. And interstate commerce, what is interstate commerce anyway?
Oh, look, there are 48 states, see? And if it weren't for interstate commerce, nothing could get from one state to another, see?
Why not? Have they got fences?
No, they haven't got fences. They've got laws. Oh, holy smoke, I never ran across anything like this before.
Well, I might pay you about $75, but that's all it's worth.
You'll pay every cent of it, like everybody else. And if you think you're bigger than the law, you've got another thing coming. Ah, holy smokes, what's that? What's that? Let me out of this place. Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
You see, Tony, my father makes fireworks in the cellar.
Oh, well, I hope you don't get into any trouble, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Not me. I don't owe the government a cent.
Alice, dear, here's your wrap.
Thanks, Mother. All ready, Tony? We'll be late.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. Kalenko!
Tony, you're just in time to meet Mr. Kalenkoff. He's Essie's dancing teacher.
Ah, my little Alice, my little Aliska. Never have I seen you look so magnificent.
Mr. Kirby, Mr. Kalenkoff.
How do you do?
I have a slight pain in the chest.
Oh, Mr. Kalenkoff, I practiced today.
Oh, my Pavlova. Grandpa, I am in time for dinner, no?
Of course you are.
If you'll pardon us, Mr. Kalenkoff, we're going out to the Monte Carlo Ballet.
Monte Carlo Ballet? It stinks.
Yes, well, goodbye, everybody.
I'm glad to meet you all. Goodbye.
Dinner's ready.
Come on,
Well, let me get my place right here, if you don't mind.
We can put the altar right in that corner.
Thank you very much.
Quiet, everybody. Quiet.
Did you notice his manners, Paul?
Quiet, Penny. Grandpa's going to say grace.
Well, sir, we've been getting along pretty good for quite a while now, and we're certainly much obliged. Looks like Alice is going to get married, and I think she'll be happy, because we just met the boy you sent to her, and he looks fine. Remember, all we ask is to just go along the way we are and keep our health, and as far as anything else is concerned, we leave it up to you. Thank you.
Who has the pickles? Pickles, Mr. Poppins?
I'm not very hungry.
The curtain falls on Act One of You Can't Take It With You. And the course of romance promises to be rather stormy in the Vanderhoff household. During the brief intermission, before we go on with the second act, a member of our official family, Mr. Ruick, has an interesting interlude for you.
Yes, I should like to tell you about a conversation that some of us had last night. We were sitting around a table at the Brown Derby when someone brought up the subject of how men differ from women in their attitude towards the simple things of life. For instance, men don't like plays that are sad as much as women do.
And men sing in the bath, Mr. Ruick. That's right, Mr. Ruick. And we've made up a little song about that, which we think is cute. Want to hear it?
We certainly do. Go ahead.
Here's what we've heard nearly everyone say. Women are different from men. Ladies, when bathing, are not half so gay, while men sing or whistle and then sing again. If they're Irish, the tune goes like this. Da, 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 da. If they're Scotch, here is one they won't miss. Da, 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 da. Maybe they'll whistle and you will hear. For men are always full of good cheer.
That's enough, girls. That's enough. You've proved your point. Men do sing in the bathtub or shower, and it's up to the wise wife to see that this happy mood isn't broken. Don't, please, give them a soap that's sort of stingy in its lather. Don't give them soaps that sting and smart. In short, do give them Lux toilet soap. Its rich, active lather works up fast and cleanses thoroughly and quickly. Yet it's gentle and mild. It makes a bath a pleasure. And best of all, it leaves a man sure of fastidious grooming.
Mr. Ruick, we have a two-line encore to our song.
Fine, let's hear it.
Here is how you can keep husbands always gay. Let them take baths the Lux soap way.
Yes, Lux toilet soap is a bath soap men like. Here's our producer, Mr. DeMille.
Act Two of You Can't Take It With You, starring Walter Connolly as Grandpa Vanderhoff, Edward Arnold as Mr. Kirby, Robert Cummings as Tony, and Fay Ray as Alice, with Nedda Harrigan as Mrs. Kirby and Lee Patrick as Penny. It's later the same evening. On every side of the city park, skyscrapers send up 1,000,000 lights to challenge the stars. But Alice and Tony, who found a secluded bench beneath the trees, are not concerned with the miracles of man or nature. Just now, they have eyes only for each other.
What are you thinking, Tony?
I'm thinking how much better this is than going to the ballet.
What are you really thinking? About my family. It's not a family you can just ignore.
No, it isn't. I think they're great. They seem to do just what they wanted to.
Yes. Grandpa started it 35 years ago. He suddenly quit business one day. Started up the elevator, came right down again, and never went back. He said he wasn't having any fun.
Well, that's exactly what I mean.
And Mother. You know why Mother writes plays? Because 2 years ago, a typewriter was delivered to the house by mistake.
Well, now I know why you're so different. I think that your family is the answer to what's wrong with the world. People spend their lives building castles in the air, and yet they never try to make them realities. In school, another fellow and I had an idea. Oh, do you mind if I start talking about myself?
I'd love it.
Well, this fellow and I had an idea how to utilize the energy in grass. Grass, just like this. Did you know that every blade of grass has an energetic force that has never been used for anything?
No.
Oh, yes. Well, we worked on it all the time, every spare moment, all night sometimes. We get so excited we forget to sleep. And, well, then we left school. He's selling automobiles, and I'm in some mysterious thing called banking.
Tony, why don't you...
No, don't say it. Don't say it. I know what you're thinking. But the Kirbys come from a long line of bankers, and the line simply must not be broken. Gosh, that's been pounded into my head, and it's just given me softening the brain.
Oh, that's silly, Tony. You're still young, and there's plenty of time to decide about those things. Besides, I resent what you said about your brain. I think it's beautiful.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, that's wonderful. Now tell me, when do we get married?
We don't.
Oh, darling, What'd you say?
I said we don't. Not for a while.
Why?
Because I've been thinking. We could save ourselves a lot of embarrassment later on if our two families could meet first.
Oh, so that's what's on your mind, huh?
I want you to bring your folks for dinner Wednesday, Tony.
Now, wait. I'm not going to put you on exhibition like a freak in a circus.
I don't mind.
Well, I do.
Well, it's worth it if we get their approval. Oh, be sensible, Tony. They've centered their whole lives around you, made all sorts of plans. Suddenly I come along and everything's upset. Tony, there's no two ways about it. Your family has to meet mine.
All right. Wednesday for dinner. It's a date.
Anthony, aren't you dressed yet?
No, I'm not.
Well, hurry, dear. Tony said 8 o'clock.
Look here, Miriam. Are you serious about taking me on this slumming tour?
The more we fight, Tony, the more he'll resist. It's the only thing to do.
Yes, but the dinner and some
just
awful...
it. She's probably from some dull middle-class family. As soon as Tony sees us all together, he'll realize how impossible the situation is.
Yeah, that I take it is what is known as being subtle.
Yes.
Oh, heaven only knows what they'll have to eat. You know how sensitive my stomach is, Miriam?
They're sure to have some vegetables, Anthony.
Probably cooked. You know mine have got to be raw.
Anthony, please hurry. They're expecting us at 8 o'clock.
All right. Give me a chance.
Hey, Reba.
Yeah, Mr. Ed.
Reba, look out the window and see if there's a man standing in front of the house.
What you so excited about, Ed?
There's a man been following me, Grandpa, the last few nights when I've been out delivering candy.
Maybe he wants a piece.
Huh?
I don't see nobody, Mr. Ed.
Someday, Alice, you're going to break your neck sliding down that banister.
Someday I'm going to do it without holding. Essie, dear, you're going to give Reba the kitchen all day tomorrow, aren't you? She'll need it.
Oh, yes, that's why I'm making the love dreams now, so I'll be way ahead.
Thank you, darling. And look, Mother, tomorrow night before the Kirbys come, will you have Reba put everything down in the cellar? The typewriter, the kittens, and the xylophone?
Certainly, dear. Reba, remind me.
The Kirbys are certainly going to get the wrong impression of this house tomorrow night.
Well, I'll be upstairs if anybody wants me.
Oh, Mrs. Sycamore.
Yes, Mr. DePinner?
Look what I found in the cellar. Remember? Over 8 years ago.
Why, of course, Mr. DePinner. It's my painting of you as the discus thrower. Oh, I always meant to finish it, but I got started on my plays and never painted again.
Well, it's just as well. I'd have been the next one to strip.
You know what? I think I'll finish it tonight. Is the costume still down in the cellar, Mr. DePinner?
Sure, we use the bath towel.
You go get it, Mr. DePinner, and I'll go upstairs and get my palette and brushes.
Oh, boy.
Door, Reba.
All answered, Grandpa. Hello, Mr. Kalinko.
Reba's here.
Well, Grandpa, I'm in time for dinner, no?
Yes, sir, Mr. Kolenkov. Right on time.
That is why I like to... What is that thing?
That? It's a picture of Mr. DePinner. Henny painted it.
It stings.
Let's see. Yep, I guess it does.
Oh, Mr. Kolenkov, I'll get my dancing clothes and be right down.
Oh, my Pavlova, you are like a beautiful swan.
Is he making any progress in her dancing, Mr. Kolenkov?
Well, confidentially, she stings.
Well, as long as she's having fun.
Oh, hello, Mr. Kalenko. Oh, dear, it seems so nice to get into my art things again.
Ah, Mrs. Sycamore, you are like a breath of Paris.
Oh, thank you. It's the tam o'shanter does it, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm ready, Mrs. Sycamore. Where are you going to work?
Right here, Mr. DePinner.
The toga looks pretty good, huh?
Well, all right now. Pose, Mr. DePinner.
All ready, Mr. Kolinkoff? My new ballet dress.
Good, Essie, good. And now, Ed, music, please. For tonight's lesson, we use the dance of the hour.
Okay.
Now, ready? We begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pirouette. Pirouette.
Could you pull your stomach in a little, Mr. DePinna?
4. A little freer with the hands. The music must be freer, too.
Mrs. Sycamore, Mrs.
Oh,
Sycamore.
wait, but not now. Your stomach in a little more, Mr. DePinna.
Mrs. Sycamore, it's the Kirbys. They're here.
Oh, my.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Well, good evening, Tony. Good evening. You're Mr. and Mrs. Kirby, aren't you?
How do you do?
Are we too early?
No. Sit right down and make yourself at home. It's perfectly all right.
Why, yes. Only we thought it was tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Tony.
Well, that's funny. I thought...
Really, this is most embarrassing.
Not at all. We weren't doing a thing.
Of course, we were just having a quiet evening at home.
Now, don't let that bother you. This is Alice's mother, Alice's sister, Mrs. Carmichael, Mr. Carmichael, and Mr. Kolinko.
How do you do?
And, oh, yes, the discus thrower is Mr. DePinna.
How do you do?
Don't mind my costume. I'll take it right off.
Oh.
I'll call Alice. Alice, dear. What is it, Mother? Will you come down, dear? We have a surprise for you. Be right there. Well,
I feel very uncomfortable about this. It's very careless of you, Tony. Very.
Penny, how about some dinner for these folks?
Please don't bother.
Oh, no bother at all. Ed, call up Murphy's and get a half a dozen bottles of beer and some canned salmon. Do you like canned salmon, Mr. Kirby?
Please don't trouble. I'm not very hungry.
We're having frankfurters, but I don't think we'll have enough now that you've come. Make it frankfurters, Ed, and see if Reba has enough.
Okay. Hey, Reba.
I can do it without holding.
Hello, Alice.
Oh, dear.
What do you think, Alice? They thought it was tonight.
Oh, but Tony, I thought... Oh, I'm so sorry. You see, I was planning such a nice party tomorrow night.
Well, perhaps we could come tomorrow night.
Oh, no. We'd better see about getting you some dinner.
Oh, that's all done, Alice. I sent out.
What did you send out for? Mr. Kirby should have told you he suffers from indigestion.
Now, Miriam, it isn't as serious as all that.
Well, perhaps it is not indigestion at all, Mr. Kirby. Perhaps it is stomach ulcer.
Stomach... Oh.
Oh, sit down, Mr. Kirby. Tell me, how do you find business conditions?
Well, that depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Isn't this nice? A real chat. Have you any hobbies, Mr. Kirby?
Business is my hobby, Mrs. Sycamore.
Tony told me you once raised orchids.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Grandpa plays the harmonica.
Oh, really?
Yes. Ever played one, Mr. Kirby?
Well,
when Mr. Kirby was a boy, the harmonica was associated with street corner loafers.
Oh, were they, Mother?
Of course.
Well, then Dad's been holding out on you. He used to be a champ. He told me so himself.
Here's the club. Only they didn't have any more frankfurters, so I got pickled pig's feet.
Oh.
Never mind, Ed. Just bring everything in the kitchen. I'll fix some scrambled eggs for Mr. Kirby.
Well, Alice, wait a minute. I'll help.
Well, Tony, that's that, I guess. A fine impression we're making. How could you make such a dreadful mistake? You knew it was tomorrow night.
Sure did.
Tony, you mean you brought them tonight purposely? Why?
Well, I wanted their approval of you just as you are, not a trumped-up evening with everybody acting unnatural.
But I wanted them to like us. Oh, you've spoiled it. I planned such a nice evening.
Oh, a fine pair to plan things for. They're out there acting like a couple of people on a slumming tour.
Reba, fix some scrambled eggs, please. Come on, we'd better get back.
Now, the perfect hobby should improve the body as well as the mind. The Romans were a great people. Why? What was their hobby? Wrestling. In the wrestling, you have to think quick with the mind and the body.
That's quite true. When I was young, I was quite good at it. But unfortunately, as the years go on...
Foolish. Once a wrestler, you never forget. I have not wrestled in 6 years, and I forget nothing. Look, Mr. Kirby, stand up.
Now, wait a
Mr.
minute.
Kolinkoff, leave Mr. Kirby alone.
Now, you hold me so, and I hold you so.
Now, listen, I don't want to
What
wrestle.
do? I do this.
Mr. Kirby. Oh, look what you've done to Mr. Kirby. Oh, let me help you up.
My
Mr.
glasses.
Kirby.
Where are my glasses?
Oh, here they are, Mr. Kirby. They're broken.
Well, I am sorry, but when you wrestle again, Mr. Kirby, you will, of course, not wear glasses.
If you don't mind, perhaps we'd better be going.
Oh, now, Mrs. Kirby, don't be silly. No use rushing off like this.
I want to stay here and talk to you, Alice.
I'd rather you didn't. There's nothing to talk about. Good night.
Well, it's been very nice to have met all of you.
Stand right where you are, everybody.
Oh, good heavens.
What's all this? Who are
Which
you?
one was it, Joe?
This guy here.
Hey,
Grab
what
him.
is this? What is this? What do you mean?
Say, here, we don't belong in this house. We're
Keep
only
your
visiting
mouth
here.
shut. You, what's your name?
My name is Edward Carmichael. Say, I haven't done anything.
Hey, what's all this about?
Police department.
Ed, what have you done?
Nothing, Elsie. I told you somebody was following
Shut up.
me.
This door lead to the cellar?
Yes, it does.
Go down there, Joe, and look around.
Okay, Chief.
Now, nobody move. Come here, Carmichael. Ever see these papers before?
Huh? Why, sure. They're my circulars.
You print this stuff?
Yes, sir.
And you put them into candy boxes and get them into people's homes?
Oh, but I didn't mean anything.
Oh, you didn't, eh? Well, listen. Watch for the revolution. The red flag will sweep the country.
Radicals, they're radicals.
But I didn't mean...
Shut up!
Chief.
Hey, what is it, Joe? Well, you were right, Chief. They've got enough gunpowder down in that cellar to blow up the whole city.
But we only use that to make fireworks.
Shut up! Oh, everybody in this house is under arrest.
What's that?
Oh, my heavens.
Look here, officer. This is all nonsense.
Excuse me, officer, but I've got to go down
in the
no,
cellar.
you don't. What's your name? Mr. DePinner. But I just remembered I left my
Get
pipe
back
down
there.
But I got to get my
Grab
pipe.
him, Joe. All right.
Let me go. I got to get down
You
there.
stay right where you are.
There, I told you, my pipe.
What's that?
The fireworks! The fireworks! Get them all out, boys! The whole joint's pinched!
Wait
I'm an American citizen. You can't come to me and tell you that's my right.
Act 2 of You Can't Take It With You ended rather abruptly. We'll see what happens in Act 3. If anyone can get out of a fix like that, our money's on Grandpa. Perhaps his secret is friendliness. And here's another gentleman who seems to know that secret.
After a brief intermission, we will go on with Act 3 of You Can't Take It With You, starring Edward Arnold, Walter Connolly, Fay Ray, Robert Cummings, Neda Harrigan, and Lee Patrick. A few weeks ago, I mentioned on this program a conversation I'd had with Joan Bennett. A few days later, I got a letter that made me think that perhaps I'm not always as grateful as I should be. The letter says, well, here, Sally, you read it.
Dear Mr. Ruick, so you know Joan Bennett. You big lucky. I wish I knew her. Why don't you tell us some more about the stars you know personally? Shall I read the way it's signed?
Well, certainly, why not? Go ahead.
Well, it's signed An Admirer.
Oh, that. She doesn't mean me, Sally. She means she admires Joan Bennett. And by George, so do I. What a complexion she has.
Are you going to do what she asks?
Who, Joan Bennett?
No, an admirer.
Oh, you mean to talk more about the movie stars I know? Well, I know Olivia de Havilland. And believe me, I was glad I did the other night.
Why, Mr. Ruick?
Because I was at the Trocadero, and she came in. She looked so absolutely beautiful that everyone in the place turned to look.
She has lovely skin.
Indeed she has. And she uses Lux soap. She's a real fan for it. Says it does a swell job for her. And besides, she likes to use it because it has such a nice perfume. You can bet a girl like Olivia wouldn't use Lux unless it did work, because she's really a practical little thing, sort of businesslike about everything, expects results.
9 out of 10 screen stars use Lux soap. That means they get results, doesn't it, Mr. Ruick?
It certainly does, Sally. Lux soap has active lather that does a thorough job, makes you sure of perfect cleansing. And that means it's the soap for every woman who wants her skin to have the best of care. Smooth, soft skin is a joy to everyone who looks at it. And everyone does look at it and admire it. So let Lux toilet soap help you win the love and admiration you ought to have. We pause now for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
We continue with the third act of You Can't Take It With You. The long arm of the law has reached into the Vanderhoff household and scooped up the entire family, and with them the aristocratic Kirbys. In the police station, the men have been herded into a single barred room, reserved especially for the drunk and disorderly.
Well, Tony, I hope you're satisfied. And I only hope it teaches you a lesson. Go fooling around with stenographers.
I'm sorry, Dad, but I intend marrying Alice.
Yes, I know. I intended marrying a waitress once. But fortunately, my father knocked it out of me.
Mr. Kirby, you'd be a lot better off if you'd relax a little.
Ah, relax. With my son being snatched from under my nose, with my being arrested like a common criminal, this may jeopardize the biggest deal of my career.
Stop worrying, Mr. Kirby. What if all your deals fall through? Might be a lucky break for you.
Are you crazy?
Maybe I am. I was just like you once, but I quit because I wasn't having any fun. That was 35 years ago.
Yeah, and you haven't done a thing since.
Oh, yes. I went to the zoo when I got the notion, took up the harmonica again, made a lot of friends, and even found time to notice when spring came around.
Yeah, it's a fine country we'd have if we all spent our time at the zoo and played the harmonica. It's a lot of nonsense.
Too bad you can't find time for a lot of nonsense like that. Maybe you'd stop being so desperate about making more money than you can use. You can't take it with you, Mr. Kirby. So what good is it? From what I can see, there's only one thing you can take with you, and that's the love of your friend.
Oh, why don't you go out and get a pulpit for yourself?
I'm sorry.
Which one of you is Vanderhoff?
Right here, sir.
There he is, mister. 5 minutes.
Thanks. Hello, Mr. Vanderhoff. Remember me?
Oh, sure. Mr. Blakely, isn't it?
Yes. Heard you were in trouble and came over to help you out.
I see. Well, you're wasting your time, Mr. Blakely. I don't intend selling my home.
What?
No, sir. Not so long, young fellow, and run along and let me alone.
Well, we'll see how long you can hold out. You just wait till a few more things happen to you.
Oh, so it was you who arranged this arrest?
Yes, and it's only a starter.
Blakely, did you do this?
Mr. Kirby.
Why, you idiot. Do you know what you've done?
But, Mr. Kirby, I never dreamed that you knew
Get out
these
of
people.
here, you blundering idiot, and if you have 1 ounce of brain, see if you can dig up my attorneys.
Yes, sir. I'll phone them all. Yes, sir.
So, you're the one that's been holding up my deal.
Kind of funny, isn't it?
Now, what's so funny about it?
I mean, you're engineering this thing and then getting caught in your own trap.
Well, you won't think it's so funny when I take that house away from you.
Listen to him. Talks like a tsar.
I'll show you how business is done the Kirby way.
Business? You're not a businessman. You are a lion in the jungle.
Yes, and I've got the longest and the sharpest claws, too. That's how I got where I am. That's why I'm on top. And scum like you are in the gutter.
Oh, Dad,
Who
stop
are you?
it.
You're an idiot, Mr. Kirby. A stupid idiot.
You can't talk to me like that.
Oh, yes, I can. Scum, are we? What makes you think you're such a superior human being? Your money? With all your wealth, you're the poorest man I know. Poorer than any of these people you call scum. Because I'll guarantee they've got some friends. You may be a high mogul to yourself, Mr. Kirby, but to me, you're a failure. A failure as a man, a failure as a human being, yes, even a failure as a father. I'm sorry, Mr. Kirby. I hadn't lost my temper like that in 30-some-odd years. If I could make it up to you anyway, how'd you like to have my harmonica? It's a new one. Here, you might want to play it sometime.
All right, everybody. Night court's open. Have your slips ready. Come on, move along.
Silence! Mr. Vanderhoff, for disturbing the peace, you and the rest of your family are, by your own plea, guilty. But I shall suspend sentence.
Thank you, sir.
But for manufacturing explosives without a license, I'm sorry, but I'm forced to fine you $100.
$100? That's a lot of money.
Your Honor, I'll pay his fine.
No, thank you very much, Mr. Kirby, but I couldn't let you do that.
We got to help Grandpa. He's our neighbor.
Order! Silence, please.
Oh, Grandpa, don't worry.
Why, Maggie.
Your Honor, we're Grandpa's neighbors. We'll take care of that fine for him. We'll take up a collection.
Sure, we're all with you, Mr. Vanderhoff. Sure we are.
Very well, but quietly, please.
Thanks, Judge. Okay, folks, let's pony up.
Ah, you're a lucky man, Mr. Vanderhoff, to have so many friends.
Yes, sir.
Now, gentlemen, I'd like to dismiss the charge of disturbing the peace against the Kirbys. But if these people were guilty, then I must assume the Kirbys were guilty, too. Unless, of course, they can explain what they were doing there.
I don't see that that's important. Haven't we been embarrassed enough?
Your Honor, if I may say something.
Yes, of course, Mr. Vanderhoff.
These people just dropped in to see me about buying my house.
Why, of course. That's all we were there for.
That's not true.
Now, Alice.
Now, let me alone. I won't stand for it. I won't stand for our being humiliated like this. Your Honor, they're ashamed to admit that they came to look my family over to see if I was good enough to marry their precious son.
Well, I never heard
She's
of
right,
anything.
Mother. That's just why we were there.
It's time you spoke up, Tony Kirby. Why, it's your family that isn't good enough. I wouldn't be related to a bunch of snobs like that for anything in the world. How do you like that?
Alice, wait for you.
Penny, Essie, Paul, come here.
What's the matter, Grandpa?
Look, it's a letter from Alice. Here, read it.
Alice? What did she say? Where is she?
She coming home? Read it out loud, Penny.
Oh, wait a minute. My hands are shaking. She's staying with Helen, her school friend, in Riverside. That's in Connecticut.
Read what she says, Ma.
Now, let me see now. I know now the situation between me and Tony is impossible. I should have stayed in my own backyard. But, oh, my darlings, I'm so lonesome for you. Last night I cried myself to sleep. I wish I could rush back home, but how can I if I want to forget?
Sounds to me like she's not coming back.
Well, I guess that settles it.
Who are you calling, Grandpa?
I'm calling that fella Blakely.
Blakely, you're not going to sell the house?
Alice is right. She can't come back here. She'd be miserable. Mr. Blakely, please. We'll find a place where she is. Hello, Mr. Blakely. This is Mr. Vanderhoff. Still want to buy the house? All right, draw up the papers. That's all right. Quite a crook, that fella.
Mr. Vanderhoff, why won't you tell me where she is?
Because there's an unwritten law in our family against snitching. And Alice doesn't want to see you, Tony.
Grandpa, is the moving man down there?
He just took out the xylophone. Pretty busy today here, son, moving and all.
Mr. Vanderhoff, if you see Alice, will you tell her, tell her that I've quit the banking business, and I'm going to work on that grass thing.
Grass, sure.
Grandpa! I just seen Miss Alice coming up the walk.
Miss
Miss
Alice?
Alice is home.
Oh, heavenly days. But we were going to see her.
Grandpa, I'm back.
Oh, Alice, darling.
Grandpa, what are you doing? I came as soon as I got your telegram, but... Oh, I'm too late. You've already sold the house.
Of course I sold the house. I was getting tired of
But
it.
now everybody on the block has to move. And what about Grandma? You're moving away from her.
Alice.
Well, Mr. Kirby, you wanted the house and you got it. Well, now get out.
But Alice, please,
Don't talk to me. Oh, Grandpa.
It's all right, Alice. It's all right. Now, don't cry, honey.
The desk was right here, wasn't it? Set her down, Harry.
Say, what is this? What are you bringing that furniture back in here for?
Orders, Grandpa. Come on, Harry.
What in the world?
May I come in?
Dad.
Why, it's Mr. Kirby.
Mr. Kirby.
Do you mind if I sit down?
Of course not. We're a little short on chairs.
Well, you won't be. I told the men to bring your furniture back.
You did? Why?
Mr. Vanderhoff, you told me I was a failure as a man and as a father. I guess maybe you were right. My son walked out on me today.
Oh, Dad.
But I'm not giving up. I want my son back. I want to be a success as a father. So the first thing I've got to do is to be a success as a man. My big deal isn't going through, and strangely enough, I don't care.
Mr. Kirby, you know what I do when I'm facing a crisis of some kind?
No.
I just take out my harmonica and play until the crisis fades away. I think right now if you and me could get together on a duet. You brought the harmonica I gave you, didn't you?
Well,
Fine. How about Polly Wolly Doodle?
Polly Wolly Doodle.
I'll start it and you join in.
All right.
Oh, that's beautiful. Paul, isn't it lovely?
Look, it's the jungle line on the harmonica.
Ah, my Russian wrestling friend.
What are you doing here?
I'll show you. I hold you so.
Ah.
You hold me so.
Da.
What am I doing? I'm doing this.
Oh, magnificent!
Thank you. Come on, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Ed, how about the xylophone?
Okay with me, Essie. Where's the stick?
Alice, Alice, I guess everything's all right now, huh?
Oh, Tony, I can't say a word.
Gee, I feel like screaming. Yes, it's coming over me. Yeah, I got her.
But you've got what you want, Tony.
Oh, Alice. Oh, gosh.
Thank you. Yeah, right here.
Quiet, everybody. Grandpa's going to say grace.
Well, sir, here we are again. We had a little trouble, but that's not your fault. You spread the milk of human kindness, and if some of it gets curdled, that's our lookout. Anyway, things have turned out fine. Alice is going to marry Tony. The Kirbys are coming to live with us for a while. And everybody on the block is happy. We've all got our health, and as far as anything else is concerned, we leave it up to you. Thank you.
Has anybody got the pickles? All pickles on the
The Vanderhoff clan are rather interesting people, and 4 other interesting people are coming back to our microphone now. Edward Arnold, Walter Connolly, Fay Ray, and Robert Cummings.
That's quite a mob you got here tonight, CB.
Gangsters? Where?
Not gangsters, Walter, just a mob. You know, 2's company, 4's a mob.
Why, the retrenchment. A DeMille mob scene ought to have about 4,000, didn't it?
Sometimes 4 good actors can outshine 4,000, Bob.
Yeah, but they can't make as much noise.
That depends on their ammunition. You 4 made plenty tonight.
Well, we're all a little shell-shocked after rehearsing under firecrackers all week.
Well, I do think it was carrying realism too far when the man put firecracker off under my chair.
That was rather a low trick. But, Eddie, wasn't that in the spirit of the Low Jinks Festival at the Bohemian Club?
Well, we have 2 important pilgrimages a year, CB. The High Jinks, which is serious, and the Low Jinks, which speaks for itself. It's quite a sight, actors making fun of themselves.
Oh, no, Ed, impossible. Actors never make fun of themselves.
Well, I've seen it with my own eyes. I'll take you all up sometime, show you. All except Fay. It's strictly stag.
Oh.
Educational, but not co-educational. Huh? Well, never mind, Fay. How did you enjoy that summer theater in Maine?
Oh, it was grand. The only way I know of to get paid for taking a vacation in Maine. And I have something to report that will interest you, CB. I found in my summer theater that Lux soap is just as popular backstage as it is in Hollywood. Naturally, I took some with me when I went to Maine because I've used it for years. And I discovered that almost everyone else uses it, too. They know, as I do, what a help it is in keeping one's complexion soft and smooth.
Reports like that make the heart grow fonder.
Well, you know, Mr. DeMille, it's time for you to give a report of yourself. What have you done about next week's play?
Next Monday night, we're going to have Irene Dunn and David Niven. And the play... The play, which I think everyone will like, is The Sisters. A story about a girl who cast her lot with a reckless adventurer, fought for love, and won a victory.
Irene Dunn and David Niven in The Sisters. That's a wonderful cast and a fine play. I bet a lot of people have been asking for The Sisters.
Well, the Arnold family will be listening in, and it's time for me to get out of here. I got to go to work again. I think we all enjoyed doing You Can Take It With You. Goodbye, CB.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. And our gratitude is one thing you can take with you. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents Irene Dunn and David Niven in The Sisters. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
This is Melville Ruick, asking you to be sure to listen to the Lux daytime program, The Life and Love of Dr. Susan. This human and gripping story of a young, attractive woman doctor is brought to you every afternoon, Monday through Friday. For the time and station, see your newspaper. The Life and Love of Dr. Susan comes to you in addition to the Lux Radio Theater. Heard in tonight's play were Lou Merrill as Kolenkov, Sally Payne as Essie, Edward Marr as Ed, Ralph Sedan as Poppins, Wally Mayer as Henderson, Griff Barnett as Hughes, Gil Patrick as Secretary, Abe Reynolds as DePinna, John Fee as First Associate, Victor Rodman as Blakely, Jane Morgan as Secretary, Libby Taylor as Reba, Harry Humphreys as Paul, and Earl Ross as Guard. Edward Arnold will soon be seen in the Columbia picture Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Walter Connolly is now appearing in the RKO production Fifth Avenue Girl. Robert Cummings' current film is The Underpup, a Universal production. Louis Silvers is from 20th Century Fox, where he directed music for Hollywood Cavalcade. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
If you enjoy this podcast and are an iTunes user, please do the show a favor and head on over to the official iTunes page for Damn Good Movie Memories. Be sure to leave a rating and a review. This will allow the show to appear higher in the algorithm and spread the joy of this podcast to the masses. If you are not an iTunes user, you can still listen and subscribe on Podbean at damngoodmoviememories.podbean.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook under our Damn Good Movie Memories page. You can also listen to a limited number of episodes on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and be sure to tune in next week for an all-new episode of Damn Good Movie Memories.